These are critical corners for this Grand Prix.
Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside, a continent touch! Verstappen is out of the race, and that's a big crash into Copse! Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen coming together. Hamilton continues on. Charles Leclerc now leads the British Grand Prix, but for the second time this season, Hamilton and Verstappen clash and tangle on the opening lap, but this time it is ending in dramatic consequences for the championship leader.
Max goes to cover the inside. He thinks he's got the inside covered and then turns in. Wouldn't have really have known where Lewis was exactly at 180 miles an hour.
I was ahead going in there, man.
Yeah, copy Lewis.
Fully alongside, it's my line. Yeah, you turned in on me, man.
No, I don't think...
Yeah, copy that, Lewis. Yeah, just reviewed the video.
And there's Max Verstappen right behind Hamilton into the first chicane. Once again, it's wheel to wheel. Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out, and they are both out. As Hamilton came from his pit stop, rejoined the racetrack, Lando Norris was ahead, and in their desperation to stay ahead and to get ahead, the two championship protagonists have taken each other out of the Italian Grand Prix. Did Verstappen have enough space in the initial part of that chicane, and then did he try and get a bit cheeky in the second part?
Max hasn't done anything wrong there. Max's car hit the rollover hoop of Lewis's car.
Yeah.
That's where the damage has come from, and that was a scary moment.
Even
there.
with the halo, Martin, look at the rear right tyre of Max Verstappen's Red Bull rubbing against the crash helmet of Lewis Hamilton by the looks of it. And Hamilton certainly trying to get as low in his cockpit as he possibly could.
Wow, that was a very, very near miss there for Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton, who has had, what, 50 consecutive points finishes, and we're going to get a safety car now, because that's Valtteri Bottas and George Russell, who are out of this race, and they look like they've had a big coming together as well. He goes over to make sure Bottas is okay, and there is Fernando Alonso in the Alpine getting going as well.
Yeah, you're not. We think George was trying to overtake him on the grass and lost it.
Maybe we'll get a mitigating circumstance if there is one, but on the face of it, it looks like a mistake. And that 32, Mercedes lose 3 of their drivers, don't they? But, well, Hamilton will recover.
On board with George Russell, who hits Bottas. Yes, because he gets onto the grass. So he's going for the overtake, runs straight into Bottas.
You can hear the you can hear the engine revs go up.
What the
What the was he doing? Honestly, is he a for what?
I think that's Sergio Perez in the wall. I don't suspect he's going to get that back out of there. I would say that's game over for one Red Bull today. And you can see how wet it is. Very hard to see. Oh, he's gone across the paint. And I think it's just bounced across the curbs. And then it goes, but that's too hard. That'll be the front corner gone.
But at that stage, as a driver, are you a passenger? I mean, how difficult is it?
Yeah, here he's on board. So what's he done here? I mean, Sergio wants to feel the grip because he obviously wants to make an impact, but he's just ran that. He's kind of found himself on the inside curve of turn 6. He's kind of rumbled, he's lost the grip, and on he goes.
Oh, he's lost the front. He's had a hit there.
He has.
Red flag.
Yeah, I had a massive crash.
Are you okay?
Oh, that hurt a bit, but I'm okay.
Copy.
Yeah, just the curb on the power. Oh, you heard him go on the loud pedal when he was in there, so that shows you how hard that is. I mean, that when you stand on the throttle mid-crash, that shows that your body's kind of
Not in control.
You've lost control of it.
Yeah.
But it's a wall. But you know, this is where when you're in Parc Fermé, you can't afford to do things like that. I think he's actually got away pretty lightly. It's hit head on.
Got a lot of standing water. A little bit higher pressure opens the grooves. Did that go round? Did the McLaren go round?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. That's Lando Norris. A rouge and up to a Radion. Lando Norris has had a big off as everybody in that McLaren garage looks at the screens and waits to see if their driver is okay. We have a red flag And there is Sebastian Vettel in the Aston Martin, just making sure that he's okay. First driver on the scene. He too was worried about the conditions. Lando is moving.
Lando, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, boys.
He's now back in the line. Yeah, oh, I see it. It just started to wander into an oversteer, and he had to correct it, and it was the correction that actually took him into the barriers. Well, it was one driver's opinion. Well, Lando says a bit of aquaplaning, but it didn't stop him going for it. But what it did, it just sort of moved into a bit of an oversteer, and as he corrected it, suddenly the front tyre bit, and he had a too much steering lock on at that moment, trying to correct the slide, and it just took a big left turn, and of course, that is scrap value, isn't it, unfortunately?
We got a red flag, and I think Charles Leclerc might have hit the wall down towards, and he has, and he looks like he's gone in quite hard.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am.
Right, but let's have a little look now. Approaching turn 21 and 22. And the rear's gone quite early on there, isn't it?
That is your worst case nightmare. I was talking to Martin about it earlier as we went around the circuit. I was saying that is the place you really didn't want to go off. He's turned in, and of course it's just started to rotate. He's carried too much speed or whatever. He's lost his balance.
Sorry, guys.
The session won't be resumed. Daniel Ricciardo, and another one into the barriers, and I would imagine that is going to be our third red flag of the session. It is our third red flag of the session, and he just locked up on that front left, and once again, no margin for error.
Yeah, there was no way you were getting out of that one. Definitely not.
The two Alpines are battling each other, and there's damage there to Pierre Gasly's AlphaTauri as his front wing comes off and he crashes at the Curva Grande. He'd slowed down quite dramatically, and by the time he hit the barriers, but Gasly is out.
So he's gone around the outs. Oh, look, he's clipped the back of the McLaren and broken his wing. That's where the damage was done. And now the wing, you can see the wing sparking down underneath the left tyre. As he turns in, he's not going to have the front grip.
Oh, somebody's in the wall. Alonso. What did he do there? Did he hit the inside? Did he hit the inside wall?
Because the front right part of the wing is damaged as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's... But he definitely just didn't make the corner there, whatever happened.
That was very odd, yeah. Here we go. Let's have a look as he... Ooh.
Oh. It's just...
It just went...
I mean, fortunately, he's able to drive.
No, he just missed the turn and went straight on.
We've got a safety car as everything now slows down. He gets to turn 3. He's the filling in a sandwich, and Giovinazzi clips his front right.
There was a bit of an incident on the last lap. I think Vettel getting involved here as well. Up in here's Vettel getting the run on Raikkonen.
Oh dear. And they might want to have a little chat about that at the end of this race.
I wonder if Raikkonen's just been caught off guard. I don't think Vettel did anything wrong there, to be honest.
No. Well, he was ahead, wasn't he?
No damage. The cars will just need a fresh coat of paint for the next race, I would suspect.
Oh no, and that is an accident, and it is Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. And as I said, here in Baku, you are only a few centimetres away from a big accident, and a safety car, you would imagine, is inevitable at this stage. Let's have a look and see what happened to Lance Stroll. And yeah, absolutely no chance of avoiding the accidents. I said potentially coming into the pits. He was the only one who hadn't pitted so far.
Of course, what we don't know if it was debris, whether it was a puncture.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, red flag, red flag. Just get me out of this place, the track.
That is Yuki Tsunoda, and that is a particularly hefty whack, and that has brought out the red flag, unsurprisingly. Let's have a look then. Yeah,
There's an anti-lock in the middle, actually. It was, it got a bit of a swapper on in the middle. As he corrected it, it bit, and around it went. Ooh.
Gearbox at the very least.
Yeah. Yeah, he never really addressed the problem early enough there.
Ooh. Oh dear. That's Kimi Räikkönen against the barrier. And that looks like a hefty impact at turn 14.
Yeah, left to be sure.
Copy.
It's quite a whack.
Because obviously it's a corner, a bit like a street circuit really, that part, where the barrier is so close to it, because we've got the marina just the other side of the circuit. There's no room for error, as Kimi unfortunately found out.
Oh, and that's another Williams, and that is a bigger impact, and that's Nicholas Latifi very much out of qualifying, and that is another red flag, and I dare say that could be this session not resuming as well. Let's have a little look then.
Right on the edge or just over, and he does the same thing here. He just gets a wheel on the dirt on the turn-in. There's a car on the inside. It never helps because it kind of disrupts your direction of vision into that corner. And he's gone a little bit too far to the left-hand side, put a wheel on the dirt, and that's what spun him round.
Turn 8, we get to with Latifi, and as soon as the rear got away from him, he was heading towards the scene of a barrier. That's a lot of damage to that car as well.
I mean, that is a big impact. You can't imagine how much that hurts. He'll have a headache for a day or two after that.
And that is the Alfa Romeo of Antonio Giovinazzi, and that's the second red flag.
Sorry guys, I crashed.
Copy, Antonio.
That's Giovinazzi. This corner is proving such a handful.
It's not been like that in previous years either, is it? But there's a bump early on in the brakes as they bring it back, and I think it's that hesitation. The drivers don't want to nail the brake pedal early on, so you're still trying to recover it at the end of the brakes, and you just can't get the car stopped.
And that is the reason we have a Haas into the barriers. Now a red flag as well. Top section of the track, we're approaching turn 11.
That was very scruffy. That was a big one, huh? Hope he's okay with that, but looks fine.
Are you okay, Mick?
I'm okay.
And that is what happened to Mick Schumacher. We've seen others make mistakes up there, but as you rightly said, ooh, long way before the corner. That was heading to the barriers.
Is he okay? He went off. Yes, he's okay. He's out of the car walking.
As Esteban Ocon gets ahead of Lewis Hamilton and goes into second place, and that's Sergio Perez who's been tagged, and there's another incident involving George Russell, and it's Russell up against the barriers. But they're going to talk about that start again, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if we get a second safety car, because that was chaos at the start. And get tagged from behind, yes he does.
Yeah, 3 into 2 doesn't go. Critical for the Constructors' Championship as well.
Very much so. Oh, no!